Hey, welcome back everybody. Today, it's beautiful, it's sunny, and unfortunately we got over 12 inches of snow at my house. Most of that was gone. So, today, since it's beautiful, sunshiny, we're going to put some sea lights in. Now, this is going to take me a day or two. And my wife just had a baby. I still have a 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old to take care of. So today we'll be taking the front bumper off, taking the headlights out, and getting them separated and starting to paint them. Tomorrow I'll probably put everything together. So this will be a 2-part vlog, or I'll just do it all in one. So I guess let's get to it. I've never done this before. I've never taken the front bumper off of this thing. So let's see how much fun this really is. And we'll figure it out together. Now the first thing is you have to take off all your pop clips. If you can't see anything, I'm sorry. The lighting's gonna suck because this awesome sunshine is here to see today. So you're gonna have a lot of shadow. I apologize. So first start with all these little dubbers. Hopefully they'll all come off gently. Yep. Don't need to take that off. So like I said, I'll start with the pop clips. And then I'll work on the bolts. Now I know there's a lot of videos. There's one. When you get done, there's a little clip here. It's a pain in the butt, especially if you live here in Vermont. You get all that dirt, salt, and everything mixed into it. So be wary, it is gonna suck. That's one headlight. I ain't gonna make you all sit around for the second one. So until we get these to the oven, I'm gonna clean these babies up real nice though first before we put them in the oven. But stay tuned. Hey, all right, so I didn't show the oven part because it's pretty self-explanatory once I tell it to you. So it's a little hectic in my house. I have a newborn, I have a 3-year-old. 3-year-old causing chaos. Here I am trying to bake headlights. So the one thing you really want to do is make sure you clean your lens. Make sure she's as clean as you can get her, because any dirt you leave on it is going to get baked on. Now these headlights, I'm not getting too in depth with the outside cleaning because they're chipped all to hell. And I could resurface them. I have the stuff to do it if I wanted to, but it's supposed to look like a rally car. It's not supposed to be perfect. So now the biggest thing you have to remember is make sure you get all the screws out of the back end of the housing before you tear it all apart. You bake it around anywhere from like 200 to 210 for about 10 minutes, and then you use a flathead screwdriver to get all these. You see how there's like a little ridge right there? There's clips that hang over those. You use those to pop the clips. It's a fun time. It definitely takes a lot of muscle for sure. So right now we're gonna work on getting all the little tiny screws out. Now I will say that it's best to make sure that you wear some rubber gloves when handling the chrome and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna clean it all up, but this reduces the chance of fingerprints. So, and I'm gonna tell you something. If you notice the fingerprints there when you get it all sealed back together, you're gonna sit there and be like, that's gonna annoy me for the rest of my life. And it will. It'll annoy the heck out of you. And for some of you, you'll probably rip the headlight apart and redo it all. But anyways, so here we got a few screws and a few clips to get undone. So just gonna make quick work of this. Welcome back, everybody. It's the next day out here in sunny Vermont. It's cold. Not too cold. It's actually a pretty nice day. The wind sucks, though. I live on the side of a mountain, so I get wind all the time. So the headlights are all back together, painted, sealed. I wish I could have done more video for that last night, but I was in and out of the house, and with a newborn trying to sleep and my kid running around the house causing chaos, it was a little hard to do the video that I wanted to make. So I'll go into detail after we do some of the wiring here, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Once I tell you how to do it, it's not that hard. I think the suckiest thing is tearing the headlight apart and putting the headlight back together. That's probably the suckiest thing. Right now, I am trying to get the wiring set up for the daytime, for these sea lights. I got the daytime running lights, the harness hooked up to the actual plug it's supposed to be. I don't know if I'm going to take this off or not. Probably. Weight reduction, 0.5 pounds. Should add 0.008 horsepower. Joke. It's totally a joke. So, now the fun part is bringing the headlights out, because it looks like all this wiring, tapping, and everything is going to have to be done with the headlights. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a headlight. Alright. I moved inside because this is going to be a lot easier to do all this. So, which side goes where? I'll see, I got my sea light wire here. Plug her in to my driver, and plug my wiring harness into my driver. And then I got 4 little wires that have to go somewhere. So this is where it becomes really fun. Alright. So you got a bunch of black, got a bunch of red, got a bunch of blue. There's no blue. Just happening with you. Alright. So, got a bunch of these cool little plug-in types. Actually, I like these. These are pretty cool. I always just made new wiring, solder, and all that great stuff. So it says here, your white wire goes to your red wire coming out of your OEM sea light side marker. So, this right here, this dangly little thingy. I'll bring you guys in closer. So this is your sea light. So it says coming off the red wire. So get her stuck in there. You'll have to excuse my fumbliness. I have big flipping fingers. Now I know this is not the tool to use. I can't find my wiring pliers. So these things will have to do. Then you just crimp her on there. Alright, so that's going to be your white wire going there. So we'll just plug her in. Alright. Now tap into the black wire coming off your sea light. So, the one right next to it. Now you can do it right beside it. Me, I'll go down just a little bit, give her some room. Hooks into place. And then you hook up your black wire. Boom. So there's two of your wires. Now, the yellow one, this little dubber, tap the colored wire coming out of turn signal socket in lower bumper. Well, that's fantastic. I don't have my bumper with me. It's upstairs. So I'll have to tap into that upstairs. So let's go see if we can find it on my bumper. So lo and behold, I found my bumper. Right here. So, okay, so my turn signal is right here. So is the blue wire coming off from it. Now my best guess is we're gonna have to go out to the car to find out. So you got a blue wire and a black wire. They want the colored one, so it's gonna be blue. My best guess is to go outside and see how far away that plugs in into the headlight, so I can make sure that I leave myself enough cable, because God knows I'll screw that up. All right, so I found the plug. At least I thought I did. No, that's gotta be the plug. It's kind of funny how two wires are in the directional and there's three wires on this little dubber. None of them matching the same color. That's quite a distance though for them to be running. So we'll, plus the good news is I can actually bring that sea light down. So let's go take a look at the sea light. These are things you want to look into. Of course, I just put the things on and didn't use my head on it, which happens because that yellow wire may need me to go a little bit further, which is fine, because what we can do is something a little different. I'm gonna investigate. So I figured it out. I'm gonna wait, get these headlights on, and as I'm putting the bumper on, I'm gonna get that last clip put on. Mainly because there's a lot of wire for the turn signal, which is perfect. But I don't know where I'm gonna put that clip, and that's something you also want to make sure you look into first before you just start putting things on. Me, I went to the best location I could. But yeah. So let's get these sea lights on. I'm just gonna put everything on. You all know how to take the headlights off. Same way going back on. So I'm just gonna get these on, save a little bit of time on this video. and then we'll go over a little bit of the stuff that I dealt with putting the sea lights in. It's actually not bad, but see you guys in a minute. Alright, so here's the end of the sea light install. They're installed. You can hear the cars running. Here is the moment of truth. 2 days worth of hard work. So that's it. They're all blacked out. Look a lot better than what they did. I'm not a fan of chrome. But there are times I actually like the chrome look. I will say that it looks a lot sexier. So a few things. When you're taking these apart, you can do it anywhere between 200 and 250 degrees. They do pull apart really hard, so keep that in mind. Make sure once you get them apart, make sure that all the stuff on the outside, the wiring harnesses, the rubber grommets that cover, or the dust boots for the headlights, get all that stuff out of there so you don't damage it. Another big thing, make sure that you, as soon as you get the chrome sea light attachment out of the actual headlight lens, cover the headlight lens up with a microfiber cloth so that no dust or anything gets in there. It sucks. Only clean the insides of the microfiber cloth because you'll scratch them with anything else, and they scratch really easily. Now me, I chose to go with not painting the amber marker lights. There's a reason behind that. In the state of Vermont, all your reflectors and everything that are stock with the car have to pretty much stay. You can look it up in the Vermont inspection manual. That's one of the very small annoying laws we have, because I think it would have looked better without them, or with them being painted, than without being painted, but I like them. Make sure when you paint these things, get them nice and clean. Make sure that you rub them down with some rubbing alcohol before you start spraying. Light coats. It doesn't matter if you have to do 6 coats. And make sure you get everything, every nook and cranny, because you will notice it, trust me. Now, definitely give it time to cure. I gave mine overnight, and it definitely worked. But make sure that when you're putting the sea lights in and putting the sea light holder back on, to be very, very gentle, because you will scratch this paint right off. It'll just take it right off like a hot knife through butter, and then you'll have to take everything apart, or you can do what I did. You can just tape up certain areas and just do a touch up, let it dry for about a half hour, and then slap it all together. Now, when you're putting it together, try to do it with gloves so you don't get fingerprints everywhere. Be careful where you're touching. I went with the Morimoto headlight sealant. Costs like 18 bucks at Import Image Racing, one of my sponsors. Check them out. So yeah, just be very careful putting them together. And then when you're putting the sealant back on, it says to preheat to 265 degrees for 7 minutes. These headlights are hot, folks. They're very hot when you pull them out. And you have to push these things together. So be mindful. You're probably gonna burn yourself. I got very close. After that's done, it's literally just putting everything back together. Now the big giant hole where the sea light wire goes through, I hit that up some RTV silicone, made a nice little patch for it. I'll check it in about, say, a few weeks. Make sure that there's no gaps or anything in it, because I really don't want any condensation getting into the headlight. Other than that, there's no huge tricks to it. It's just patience. When you put the front bumper back on, make sure you get the bottom on and work your way up from the top. Trust me, I made that mistake of trying from the top to the bottom and it doesn't work. So, and take your time with it. But yeah, so that's the sea lights. A lot better. Took a little longer than I wanted it to, but I know my situation and I know how long it takes. Check out the next video for when we put the parent intercooler shroud on. Definitely looks a lot better. And I don't have a broken intercooler shroud anymore. So if you like this video, hit like, comment if you have any questions, and please subscribe if you like this channel. I cannot stress enough, please subscribe. Anyways, make sure you check out Diode Dynamics, one of our sponsors. Great company. They're back up to almost to in stock on their sea lights, is what Jake from Diode Dynamics told me when I talked to him earlier or late last week. So keep an eye out. They are very good about their time management on getting these things done. You got to understand, when you look at these things, there's a lot of hard work put into them. So keep that in mind. They do take some time, and a lot of people want these things, and I can see why. They're amazing. Anyways, if you have any questions, hit me up on here, hit me up on Instagram at the 22WRX Rally Build, and I'll get back to you as promptly as I can. Other than that, stay safe, keep between the ditches.